Okay, again, let's try to take this very short microscopic review. First, it will be from the smaller crucible, and we replaced relatively more material, and then from the bigger crucible we replaced a little less. I wanted it to be not to be difficult to focus, because it was in the previous samples it was difficult to focus in these samples. So mostly it's thin, but there is a layer of thicker material in the middle. This looks like a very big Neo, though in a little bit twisted shape, and it's still a question. What does it mean, these shapes that we see a lot, like the oval, egg-like shape of the Neos, and you will see many small ones, which is great. But these are certainly Neos in the transformation, like maybe they're just temporarily change their shape, and maybe they transform to an egg or something. I don't know. It's a very important question regarding the nature of the Neos, and I still don't have an answer. Like what happens when they change their form? To something like an egg. What's happening? Are they? Is it only temporarily, or maybe they lose the round shape and in favor of a new shape that also maybe a new nature, like new function and nature. We see many of these, so they're all egg-like, and we see Neos inside of it, right? Which is, let's zoom in just to get the feeling. Yeah, many smaller ones, which is great. Because in previous ones we didn't see many smaller ones, and it was a little bit, we didn't see small ones, and it was a little bit alarming. But now we see many, so it's great. Maybe we should even zoom even more, just to get the notion. Well, difficult to focus. So let's stick to 64. Many Neos and big ones. So this is actually a very successful slide. Very nice. Maybe it just took them time to actually, maybe, it's not a new theory. It actually, we've spoken about it in the past, that perhaps, for the creation of the Neos, unlike the life forms that are created very, manifestly, in very intense way inside the fire itself, maybe for the Neos, it just takes time for them to actually multiply and grow so much. But the fire that, while it burns, which is only a short amount of time, relative to the amount of time that it's just set, in the shelf, on the shelf, maybe, yes, in our context of the Neos as capacitors, maybe they act as capacitors for heat energy, and they use this heat energy throughout 10 hours after the fire, that they they were kept in on the shelf in order to produce like to grow in their size, because manifestly they are very big here, and also to multiply in their numbers. By the way, not many life forms, but this one looks very disgusting actually. But not many life forms. Even we've seen some, but not many, which is fine, because I thought maybe I'm going to read it, and yes, so yes, so this is the end of the slide, and my verdict is that this is going to be part of my breakfast, which I'll prepare very soon. And so it's nice that there are not many animals inside of it. The small one, so yes, thumbs up for the small one. Now let's take a look at another sample from the bigger one, and if it's fine, we'll make ourselves like a sandwich or a cake spread with peanut butter and jelly. Both like from the bigger crucible and from the smaller one. And if not, we'll only take use material from the smaller one. Even the smaller one, even though it's very small, it still contains it still contains a good amount of material. That can be, again, I'm not sure, what's the dosages that you, take when you eat these things, and also what's the concentration. Even if do you even know the concentration? Do you ever wash it under the microscope? So there's a question of, what's the equivalence of 1 spoon from this small crucible, which is probably what I'm going to eat this for very soon. Assuming that, the concentration is just what you've seen right now, which is a valid assumption, because I just sampled it. I didn't take many samples and shows the something that is according to an agenda. It was just a random sample. So the question is, can you compare what you've seen to the typical concentration of the drug as you know it, and also taking the adjustment of concentration to account if they are needed. What's the standard dosage for you, both for titans and for humans. So this is all very interesting question that I have no idea and no way to actually get this information, even though I'm certain that it's very common inside the intelligence communities of Israel, but also of this world, because they are such an avid they are culinary I would say acolytes of this kind of drug. So I'm sure that many people have very simple answers to these questions, but I have no way to get this information. So please, I'll appreciate any kind of comment. So let's take a look at the slide from the bigger crucible. Again, I spread this one slide very thinly because we had the issue with focus in the previous examination, but I did add in the middle of places a very more concentrated sample from the material that was spelled outside, from the outside of that, because a black black wax was spelled outside. So most of it I used here, as you see, it's still visible, and probably will be visible for a long time because it's not dried very simply. So I use it as another layer for the primary background of all these paintings, this one, and also this one. All of that are part of the construction, but part of it I actually, I took we actually see it in a second. Under the microscope, because it's interesting to see if it's different than the mixture that is inside, which is less black. So let's just take a look. So not much actually to thin. Maybe I spread it too thinly. And there is just not enough material, I don't know. Disgusting life form. And certainly a demon, I mean something from another planet and not a zombie. Oh my god, this is disgusting. This one is disgusting. Let's zoom in. We wanted the moving one. So where is the moving one? So let's search. Let's try to catch the moving one under the like a higher magnification. Yeah, so it's difficult, but let's try to focus on it. Yeah, so we can't seem to focus on it. Let's just one more try and that's it. Well, so now we can find it. Well, never mind, I guess. We need the cleaning terror. I mean, outside it's very typical. I mean, to get it almost every morning, like for an hour, 2 hours. It's a way to terrorize you. Again, I'm under arrest. I cannot leave the apartment, and this is a sure way to terrorize me with sound attack from the outside. Cleaning the room, cleaning the street with this machine again and again, again, again. Of course, other places like in Israel are cleaned like once every 6 months or so, but this specific non-important street in Tel Aviv should be cleaned like every day for like an hour or two with this noisy machine. So, I mean, where are the Neos? We don't see Neos here. We don't see Neos. Okay, so now we see Neos. Nice. This is very nice, actually. Let's zoom in even more. It's difficult to focus. So we see some Neos here, okay, more than, so there is certainly more Neos in kind of like, I mean, in this layer, where, I mean, there is more material, which makes sense, actually. Yeah, okay, great. So now we see them. Maybe they were just concentrated in a certain place, like in the slide. It happens many times. I mean, usually when you take like a big slide like the one that I take, I mean, it's not usually it's not uniform. Like I mean, sometimes it does, but I mean, many times it's like there are places like in the slide with a lot of material, and other places are pretty, I mean, boring. These are all very, very nice and look like stargates actually. They have the Stargate property, which is very nice. Okay, so that's it. So this slide, I mean, we didn't see very big ones. We see kind of big ones and some small ones, and overall, I mean, I would say a little less successful than the other one, because in the other one we've seen pretty big ones, but still there are plenty of small ones, which are also presumably tasty. So what I'll do, I'll take like maybe half a spoon or from each crucible, or complete spoon from like teaspoon from each crucible. I don't know. I mean, please, I mean, you can. I mean, what's the dosage here? I mean, and can you like compare? Like, I mean, you know, the concentration. So please, I mean, advise, and I'll prepare like a sandwich right now and eat it, and then I'll work a little bit on my paintings, and then we will actually hold the fourth part of the utility Nero saga, in which we will deal with the issue of atomic energy, and also Sword and Sandals movies from the 1980s. Please rescue me and my daughters from the Nazi prison using arms and legs. I am under threat. This is a real threat. These people are not just stealing, they are breaking into my room, and they can, I mean, eventually this person or others will do what they said to do. I don't have a plot armor, I don't have a promise from God like that I will survive this hell. No, you have free will, you have free choice. You can decide, I mean, to continue with the mouses and the tongues, knowing, well, you know that, I mean, this will be fate worse than death for me, or maybe you can defeat your ego and close the mouth and stop moving the tongue and run to Israel, because that's what is required of you, to run to Israel.